All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Here is today's update. So first thing we did this morning is we took the meta puts right at the 167 level. Some of you guys got, 50%. I took about 10, 15% on that. So that was a good trade. Another big one today was BAI or BIAF. We got in at $8.40, and now it's back down $7.83. But it went from 8.40 to 15 bucks. So took profit there. So that pretty much made my day. And then, of course, we scalped the Qs today as well. Pretty good downside. So let's talk about what's happening with the Qs right now. So as far as today goes, so far at the time of this recording, we're ending up the day like a doji, right? We hit a 293 low on the day, and now it's almost hit 299. We do have still a small gap that needs to get filled. It almost filled, but not quite there. We're off by penny, so there's a small gap here. But this is what I was talking about previously, is that you do have some volume support here. All right. And you look at today's volume on this bounce, pretty good volume, matching volume, better volume than yesterday and the day prior. And we still got a few minutes left towards the bell here. And so here is that volume support, right? Hit 293 and bounce almost perfectly. Now, if you scroll left, this is going to be a contested area for the Bulls and the Bears. Okay. As you know, this is the area that we had a lot of trouble with dating back to June. All right. When we hit this area in June, all right, this became a resistance here and we fell back to 269. We jumped up into 296, which is where we are now, fell. We did it again, fell, and then boom, we broke through, finally fell and retested this area as support for the next big run. So what could possibly happen here? Well, a lot's going to depend on tomorrow's data. All right, we have the United States non-farm payrolls, which is going to be a big impact. If you remember on August 5th in the pre-market on that day, when it reported that 528K, all right, change, that was very upsetting for the Feds. So the market did dip on that pre-market back on August 5th, if I can show you on the chart, which is right here, okay? And then we still ran back up, but then we did take some dips down below, right? If you remember that. So once that data came out, you had a positive green day, but hey, 2 days afterwards, it was nothing but dips from 327 down to 315. So, but this was a rally, right? So all the bad news or all the great news that came out was actually bad news was actually great news. All right. But now we're in this period that we are in a downturn, right? And the Feds is going to be aggressive in raising interest rates if they see that continuing data keeps coming out. You had jobless claims came out today that beat expectations. So that is frustrating to the Feds, right? Because they want to cool demand, they want to cool down the labor market, but the economy is somewhat still strong. All right. And they keep saying we're not in recession. So in my thinking, if the numbers come out tomorrow, like let's just say it beats 300K, which means that your payroll isn't going down, there's going to be more hawkish tone by the Feds, especially going into next week, where you have CPI potentially on September 12th, the week after, by the way. And then you have FOMC meeting going into the latter part of September. And guess what? If the numbers keep increasing here as far as payroll goes, I wouldn't be surprised the market's going to start factoring in or pricing in a 100 basis point hike. Okay. It's not likely at this point, but it's seemingly that way if the data keeps improving, showing the economy is strong, right? So that's what we got to look forward to tomorrow. So we got to pay attention to that non-farm payroll tomorrow morning. All right. And we'll go from there. But let's just go ahead and take a look at what we see on a technical side. All right. So here we are at 297.61 at the time of this recording. It's about 20 minutes before the bell. All right. If we're going to rip tomorrow, okay, it's got to clear this EMA. I'm looking at the 1 hour, 3450 cloud. All right. If it can clear 299 and also 300, then I think we get a decent bounce and reversal. But again, that's just going to depend on data. Right now, that 1 hour shooting star is not looking that good. You can see it got rejected at 34 cloud here, rejection here just the other day, rejection here yesterday. All right. Definitely rejection up here, right? And yeah, right about here, and then got rejected and boom, all the way down. So it's not looking that great. All right. Like I said, if the data comes in tomorrow and it's better than forecast, then it's going to be no good. If it's under 300K, I would say the market will run. Okay. But it's got to come in under 300K or at least under 400K. All right. But if it comes in line, then you might get a little chop tomorrow. All right. So upside target tomorrow. If we break 300 tomorrow, actually, I think you see a squeeze up to 305. All right. But if this data comes in too bullish for the economy, then guess what? You're going to see a dip right back down to 293. So that's just going to be, I think that's going to be the story tomorrow. But again, we do have that volume shelf here. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the market can pull a 182, right? It can dip pre-market after the data and come roaring back. Because why? You have this volume support here. All right. And this is a contested area between the bulls and the bears. And I think the bulls won on the day in terms of buying this dip. And you're seeing that volume is getting better on this dip here. Okay. So let's just trade the day, whatever tomorrow may bring. Great day today. Great way to start the month. And I'll